broadcasting, and I just went with this.
I think isn't there, I know on a phone you can click.
Okay, but I'm going to mute it
have to cut that branch back, so.
Yeah, that was because it was in the power and it was a fire hazard.
Well, we have permission to do that now, so.
It was just a couple branches, but boy, she wasn't having it. She was really upset over that. Which, I said, just let me get this one branch and I'll leave. Cause she was hot. All right, that's all I got on the
Okay, and we've got the town marshal report.
We did several bill checks. Talked to Joe regarding all that stuff going on with them. Working on the car wreck. That's about the long and short of it. There wasn't a lot going on.
You need to speak up a little bit. I can't hear you back.
I said we provided a couple of VIN checks for people here in town. Helped them with their titling paperwork. We had a crash scene, the car wreck right in front of me. That's about it. There wasn't,
Pretty quiet.
it was a quiet one overall.
Besides my scooter getting
Yeah.
stolen,
Yeah, the porch pirate.
that's running around town.
Don't assume there's anybody that's
No, nobody,
come forward about
nobody
it.
can identify the person. Nobody seems to know who the person is or.
They, came, stole the first one, came back an hour later, grabbed the second one. You know, so I'd assume probably someone in town. Now, whether they're still in town, I don't know.
Okay.
But, no.
Did you have the South Inner
Yes, I did.
District report?
Did I give it to you guys? Yeah,
we did.
okay.
I don't remember seeing it.
Right, it's last.
But
Do you want me to read it or are you gonna read it?
okay, if you want to read it, that's fine.
South Henry Regional Waste met on October the 14th for the first reading of the ordinance regarding the rate increase after many months of attempting to secure grants and other financial solutions to help offset the cost. We were unable to find any available options. Many updates are urgently needed and a new line to required south of I-70 to help relieve pressure on several lift stations. The line is scheduled to run down 25 west to Road 40 and connect to the current line. The second reading of the rate increase ordinance is scheduled for November the 18th at the South Henry Regional Waste District office at 4:30 p.m.
Does anybody know what the rate increase is?
There's a packet, I gave it to Jan.
Yeah, and I think Marissa just kind of wanted, since they've only had one reading, that they kind of wanted to wait to express that.
Okay, it's over 3 years or something like that.
So, and I guess you can get it from them if you want a copy of it or anything.
It's probably in the paper at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got Debbie Barnes memorandum. Yeah,
Got it in front of you.
yeah. Now, do we need to read this in its entirety, or do we need to?
That's up to her.
It's straight off our Indiana Township Association. It's something we had to do because all trustees were required to do a capital improvement project. And the trustees are now in the business of roads and bridges through our Governor Braun, stroke of an ink pen. So 30% of any unrestricted funds has to be moved into roads and bridges. And so you guys are eligible for a whole $85.
Well, 85.
85.
I went up there.
And I thought it was 18.
18, you said that.
So I want you to build a bridge or fix a
18
road
now.
for $85.
Now, will we get that every year?
So,
85 of that.
well, see, I'm a small township, I don't have extra money. He went after the big townships with big money, but anyway. So build me a new bridge for $85 if you guys don't decide to
What-
like capital improvement land.
What do you normally do with your unrestricted funds?
My unrestricted
That's what
funds,
this is coming out of, right?
unrestricted fund is my general fund and my rainy day fund. My rainy day fund currently has $13 in it. And my general fund, I couldn't tell you right now exactly what's in it.
I just, okay.
And that's the only unrestricted fund I have. The restricted funds are my fire territory fund, of course, and township assistance, and they can't touch that, so there you go. Do you have any more questions on it?
I don't have any in it.
Okay, if I can just get a signed copy, Richard. I
We need to make a
think-
motion, don't we, to approve it and everything?
Yeah.
We have to form a joint committee.
Well, it's already kind of is, it's you guys.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it, I guess.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, we approve this memorandum
Memorandum of
understanding.
understanding.
I have a question. Does this have, we have to create a separate fund to collect this?
That's what I was
No,
gonna
no,
ask.
the $85 stays in my fund.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I had to create a separate fund.
Okay,
And when you guys are ready for my $85, you just let me know.
okay.
And it's for roads and streets, so,
And roads and bridges.
okay, roads and bridges.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, we sign this, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, passes. Do you have a copy there, you want me to sign it?
Yes, well, you can sign that one. No, that one's got writing on it. Sign that one, then we'll give it. And then do you have one too with you?
No.
Okay, then sign yours for us and we'll give her that one. And she'll sign it and then we'll be done with it. Mm-hmm.
There's that one.
Okay, Debbie.
I'll sign this one.
You're all set. You want me to sign one for you guys to keep?
Yeah, the one he's,
Okay.
that'll be great. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, next, item, had resident asked if we're picking up leaves. Short answer, no.
Well,
We haven't before. We really don't have a leaf vac. I know Wayland has talked to some people that's got one that they don't use. He's trying to get them talked into donating it to us or letting us use it if he repairs it and gets it in running order. And I don't think he's got any definite answer on that yet. The procedure in the past is we've allowed people to burn leaves in town on your property. Not in the alley, not in the street, not on any asphalt surface because it will melt the asphalt. So it has to be on your property.
But we have that no burn ordinance.
Don't do it on windy days. I mean,
So we need to probably,
but, after falling in a gutter this morning, because of the leaves on the street,
yeah,
I wondered about maybe reaching out to the city. Somebody had talked to Newcastle. I thought it was Wayland. I should have asked him last year, or was it you, Tim? That we were gonna see if Newcastle would come down.
I don't know if he's heard anything from them or not.
what it was to clean the streets.
Right,
Yeah,
That's a street sweep.
but not
not leaves.
leaves. Uh-uh.
And I asked him today to see if the new piece of equipment would pick him up and it won't.
So, no, we don't have them
But
at this point.
they
have it.
could take them to the park, correct, and put on the burn pile or not?
We tried that before and ended up leaving all the bags and everything down there.
Oh,
We had asked that they not leave the bags down there, but it ended up a huge.
I know at one
Trash
time,
bags.
there was, the ordinance allowed, we could burn in October, November. I don't know if the new one states that. Ron, do you know if it?
It was something like that.
We don't know, I don't know for sure if we changed it or not, but at one time, we did allow that.
I know, but for people that have breathing problems, when they start burning leaves, that causes problems with
Yeah.
people with health issues.
With asthma and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only problem with burning them in town, because living where we do, we're kind of in a low spot and that smoke just hangs down here. But yes, we did use it.
But I think when we did the newer ordinance, I think we took that out. I'm not for sure.
But they can't burn in October, November.
I think it's no burn, period.
There were some violations the other night then.
So, he's looking it up for us.
I mean, I'd be more than happy to reach out to Newcastle, see if they would be willing to do that for us, a one-time visit.
What's it say, Ron?
Your ordinance, the only one I have is the one from 2009, July 17, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you're referencing? Looks like the newest one.
Okay. And it doesn't say anything about that? But I know there's been times where we made a motion that they could do it for those 2 months, but if you don't want to.
It references it's prohibited, if that's what you're asking.
Yes,
But there's no variance
okay,
or anything.
all right, thanks.
No? What do you think? Should we allow it October, November, or wait and see if we can get something from Newcastle, get some help
Well,
from
and that
Newcastle or
throws,
something?
and that throws us into December.
Yeah.
I mean, in order to keep the drains clean so that the water can get away.
If they do,
Wouldn't that fall under the natural products that we're allowed to burn?
On the ordinance that I looked, it had included leaves. It stated leaves.
There was one just a few years ago that you guys updated
I'll have
as a burn pot, having, fire pits and things, when you're looking at that.
Yeah, that's the one, and I thought it said no leaves. I'll have to pull that out.
It literally verbatim says no leaves.
Yeah.
The state law allows burning of leaves, but the town ordinance does not.
But are you looking at the most recent, because you said 2009, and this was just a few years ago since we've been here.
I don't know, I just have whatever I copied from the book.
Do you want me to go look now, or do you want me to go later and look?
Jay, if you grab the book real quick, I'll look.
I got it on the computer.
Well,
I can go look.
well, I was gonna say, we did this last year, how did we pick them up last? Oh, we had all those kids.
Yeah, that's how you did it. You had the kids help. Richard, do you want me to?
I mean,
yeah,
just,
Tom?
yeah, just got, Tom, if you could check with maybe, I don't know, we could get maybe with Glenn Hudson or maybe a different rental place. If they have something that the town could rent,
Yeah,
I would definitely contribute, the insurance agency would contribute, a large portion or possibly even all of it.
Yeah.
If you guys could coordinate it to where there was a certain time period, hey, if you have everything
to the curb.
at the curb by this time.
Yeah.
And then that way the park could use it possibly to, do something, if we can coordinate possibly with something that had, maybe even small sticks and something to shred it or to. So, that's something that I'll offer at least, to help the town and do whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so and should we give money, maybe he'll give us a discount, and, you know, or whatever.
I would just as soon try to get them picked up. I can see the head of the maintenance in Newcastle, I can't think of his name right this minute, but I'll reach out to him tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we can notify the public to sweep them to the curb, and we'll work on getting them picked up.
Yeah, because I could, I'll try to get a flyer out to everybody, because not everybody has Facebook, and we'll put it on Facebook if we can figure out a
So we
time.
can put it in the electric bill in December, and then,
No, I mean, I'll have to send out a flyer
yeah.
like
What does
this
the
weekend.
best way have to say about it?
Right. I've never asked them.
They'll take back the leaf, won't they?
As far as I know, Rumpke would not take that stuff,
Yeah.
but,
Put the trash bag, put the tote in. I don't think they're checking.
but that'd be a lot of, some people
Yes.
have 10 or 20 bags, so.
Yeah, I do.
So you're gonna check
I'll
with
reach
Newcastle?
out, yeah,
All right.
and then I'll let Jana know, and,
They're not listening, so. Okay, so you check Newcastle, let me know, and then I'll see if I can get some flyers mailed out. Remember, I'll be gone Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week.
Monday, Tuesday, next week.
Monday, Tuesday,
So if you
Wednesday.
didn't hear that, Tom's gonna check with Newcastle and see if they would come down and do a one-time pickup, with the leaves. Then, we'll have to just coordinate a time where everybody have them out to the curb, get them picked up at one time. We'll see how that goes. When he finds something out, he'll let Jana know, and then she will send out a flyer communicating what's been decided.
or we get a flyer printed and get them in the doors. and-
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get them out somehow. Okay. Okay, the next item is the town marshal contract agreement.
I'd like to make a motion that we will not be renewing Ron's contract.
Sorry, I can't hear.
Speak
I'd
up.
like to make the motion that we are not going to renew Ron's contract at the end of this year.
And I'll second that, but do you want to take testimony?
Now we will.
Okay.
You wanna read the rules, or do you want me to?
It's been moved and seconded that we terminate his contract at the end of the year. We'll open the floor for discussion. We're gonna have to follow some rules. We hope everybody has signed in that's here. You approach the council, which means you come up here to speak so that we can you need to state your name and speak clearly, because we gotta put this all out here on public record. Let's see, full name and residential address. You'll have 2 minutes to address the council. Time will be monitored, and speakers will be asked to conclude promptly when their time expires. There'll be one speaker at a time. Only one person may speak at a time. Interruptions, side conversations, or speaking out of turn are not permitted. Respectful comments. All comments must be directed to the council. Personal attacks, profanity, or disruptive behavior will not be tolerated. Council reserves the right to end a speaker's time early if decorum is not maintained. No debate or response. Public comment is an opportunity to provide input, not engage in debate. Council members may choose to respond after all comments have been heard, but are not obligated to do so. The council discretion, the council may limit the number of speakers or adjust time limits based on the length of the agenda or number of attendees. Citizens may also submit written comments to the clerk treasurer prior to the meeting. These will be entered into the public record. Public comment is a designated time for citizens to inform the governing body of their views. The meeting itself belongs to the council, and public input is considered but does not constitute direct participation in decision-making. So, anybody wish to express their views?
Hi, Debbie Barnes.
Okay.
This is the first I heard of it. I'd like to ask the town council why we're not going to renew Ron's. I live at 207 West Main, which is on 40. And that man right there slows down semis that fly through this town, and you guys know that. Tim, you live on 40. All he has to do is sit there, and they slow down. I was unaware that this was even, that's on me, I'm sorry, that's on me. I appreciate him a lot, because I see what happens, so it's a comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else have any comments? Ed?
Thomas Corman, 201 North Second Street. So what's our plan with after getting rid of Ron? What do you guys have for the town? 'Cause I know my stuff's been getting stolen. I'm not the only one.
Well, we're not gonna leave you high and dry, I'll tell you that, but we'll discuss that after we see how this goes.
That'll be coming later date.
So you are the ones who said no to Ron.
We haven't voted.
Yeah, voted yet, but I said that I
We
wouldn't
don't
vote.
vote.
Yeah.
Then you'll know.
I don't think it's a wise idea to get rid of Ron. And I mean, I know I started a lot of crap with him, but at the end of the day, Ron did help. You know, my boat's plated. So just keep that in mind. All right.
Thank you, Tom.
Jerry, 108 North Market. I just wondered how you're gonna control cars with no license plates on them, trash in people's yards, people not taking care of their yards. Trash on my street is still getting thrown around. I just wonder who's gonna do that? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? You gonna take care of it?
We're working on
You're working on it, just like my curb. Been working
it.
on it.
That was offered.
No,
That was offered.
But that's all I gotta say. Ron's done everything I asked him.
I understand.
Anyone else? Come on up. You guys are elected, represent the people of Lewisville, not yourself. But we know we got one on the town board that don't like the law at all. And I think that's where it's coming from. You're supposed to be representing us, not yourself. And Ron's done a hell of a good job. You'll see a big difference when he's gone. And I don't know why you think we don't need one. You got two major highways coming in here. This is all that route for 70 when it's closed. Why don't we need somebody? Who's gonna take care of that? Anybody? Are you gonna take care of it? Sit out there, are you? You better do it if you are, because I just don't understand it.
Thank you for your comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry, one. Tom Jet, is that what I say? Tom Jet?
Tom Jet.
that.
Tom Jet.
All right, Tom Jet. I guess there's, and I'll be very honest with you, I mean, I try not to get into a whole lot of things. I love the town board, like Ron. There's had some conversations in here, just in the midst, accusations, those types of things. I love those people too, and those types of things. But there's been a couple of accusations that it's personal. Okay, and that's concerning to me. I mean, if it is personal, then that needs to be addressed. And that's, I mean, you know, Ron, I mean, heck, they drove my pop machine and thrown it in the middle of 40. They've broken my building. Cindy Wessel broke in there one night and ransacked the place. Definitely needs some type of a presence. There's children that go up and down through here. So I guess the question is do we already have somebody picked out? And if all of these accusations are because this is personal, and I don't know. So, don't know at all. got my own issues, my own problems, and I just want to be everybody's friend, okay? But if it is personal, I mean, that's what's getting accused here, I mean, so that needs to be addressed.
I assume that's directed at me.
I guess,
And
I mean, that's what everybody's been saying.
Well, I know.
I mean, they pointed at you, and I mean, and I honestly don't know. I mean, I mean, I've had more people say they didn't, there's a few people who said they didn't want it. But, so I honestly don't know what that is. Don't care a whole lot. I'll be brutally honest with you. But if it is true, I mean, it's the board's job to discriminate against those things and to not say, and not bring your personal opinion in just the betterment of the community. Is that fair? Okay, all right.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
That was the morning sound. It was a 2-minute morning sound.
Mr. Webb.
Paul Weber, 203 East Main. I'm not hearing any, I mean, if you cancel Brown's contract, is there going to be someone else who is going to be doing the job, or is it just going to be, you're no longer going to have a town marshal? I haven't heard that addressed yet. Also, looking to the future, when they put a gas station in down there by the park, I can see that causing possibly some problems between loitering, theft, all kinds of issues can happen down there that aren't happening right now. But we have to be looking, when you get into contract, you have to be looking into the future. The speeds out here on 40 are just incredible. We drive by my house at 70 miles an hour, especially in the middle of the night. I mean, and he's only got, his hours are very, very limited. 50 hours a week was 12 and a half, or 50 hours a month, 12 and a half hours a week. What kind of coverage can we expect? And finally, if we do not have a town marshal, then are we going to be covered by Henry County Sheriff's Department? Is that going to be who's covering our area for whatever happens to occur? I mean, is that our governing body? I mean, is that who does it?
Well, they do that now.
They cover this area. Okay, now are they responsible for knowing all the town ordinances?
Well,
I mean, who's going to be well appraised enough of the town ordinances to enforce them, especially if they become a legal issue? I mean, is that going to have to go through a bunch of channels that, rather than have someone who can come out and address the situation? I mean, we've asked this before, but I mean, as far as town ordinance enforcement, someone has to be able to go out and do it, especially if you have someone reluctant to agree. So my 2 minutes is probably up.
I want to straighten out something I said. In the recent days and recent months, when Ron's not been here, and there has been calls to the county sheriff's department, they won't respond because they tell us we have a town marshal.
Well, that sounds like an issue.
I'm just relaying what we were told. So.
And I think that's something that has to be ironed out. I mean, if they're not going to respond because we have a town marshal, or we're
But
going
it
to notify
has to,
them, now they have to.
respond, right? Is that who responded? Sorry.
I don't know, I think my 2 minutes are probably up, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Frank.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
Is that who did respond? Was it Henry County?
I mean, they respond when my alarm goes off.
Yeah.
I mean, when my alarm, the sheriff's department comes down here. So.
I think these were ordinance violations. I think they were ordinance violations.
Heather Schumacher, and I am here in favor of terminating Ron's contract. I think at this point, it's a liability. Trust has been broken between the community. And we are in a bit of a pickle because sometimes they don't want to respond because of him, but yet he's not responding either, or he's not here. So there are things that we have to deal with on our own. I just had to deal with it, well, my husband did with my daughter and the trespasser, because Ron didn't answer my message, but that's fine. People think I'm running an anti-Ron campaign in the shadows, I guess. I don't know. I don't. But I do believe when trust is broken between a person of authority and the community, at that point, you kind of just have to sever ties, in my opinion. I'm not opposed to a marshal, just a different one. I mean, I've lived here for over 40 years, Henry County Sheriff's Department's always responded very quickly to all calls that I've ever needed, them for, but I can't speak for everybody, but it's just been like the last year or two that it's been shaky, but that's because we have marshal, but we don't. So I feel like we're left with nothing. So that's where I stand at. And also I would like to get those papers, like whenever you get them, just let me know. Thanks.
Thank you, Heather.
Cindy Spades, 110 North Williams. I try to support the town board, but what I don't fully understand, and maybe this is where a lot of people have a question, is why the town board does not want to continue with the contract with Ron. And whatever decision is made, I will support, but I think maybe some explanation would help in this situation.
Share the record, 201 South First Street. Don't agree with it. Ron's, he's been valuable to me. He's helped me several times. I do a lot of driving. I go through all these little towns, and I see police officers sitting in their cars sleeping or off in the back alley. I don't see that out of him. Coming through late at night, see him driving to the park, see him park on 40. I see him patrolling the whole neighborhood. I see him around my house several times, always watching. And I've been to not a lot of town meetings, but about everyone I've been to, I've seen the board refer to Ron. What do you know about this? He'll pull up his computer and he gives you guys information. You have an asset like that, why would you want to get rid of it? The man has found grants for our town. He supports our town. This is just a job to him. The way I see it, he supports us. He's got on his computer and gave us information. It's like the burn thing. He pulls it up. He knows. So he's invested in the town. It's not just a job. It's not just a part-time job. He's invested in this town. As an asset, why would you want to get rid of something like that?
Deborah Whipper, 203 East Main Street. One of the biggest reasons some of us live in this town and feel safe in this town now is because we do have a town marshal. There needs to be negotiation, there needs to be some communication between the sheriff office and our office and our town marshal. Yes, he can be very stern in what he does. He knows and he understands what he's doing. I feel safe in my home now, knowing that he's just there. A few months ago, my sister-in-law sold her house. Before it was occupied, someone broke into said house while it was in the process of being sold. Ron, in the middle of what he was doing, stuck to what he was doing, came out here and did a full investigation on that house, wherein, yes, it was discovered someone had been in the house and done damage to the house. All right? I like the idea that there's a marshal here. Many of our new move-ins, when they came in and they signed in their paperwork here with us, informed me that one of the reasons that they did move is because we did have a marshal, and we do have a marshal. And I, like Cindy, Mrs. Spade, I would like to know what the reason is behind not renewing his contract. If it is personal, it's very disconcerting to me. Thank you.
Joseph McCain, 105 North First.
if anybody would not like Ron, I mean, with the stuff at the house and with, I mean, he's gave me, I don't know how many citations. I mean, I would be the one that would have a vendetta against him, but I'll be honest with you, of everything that's went on, I mean, Ron's probably been the most helpful person I've had in this town. I mean, there's not been a time that I've called him, he's offered to come out and physically help, you know, in which pride that won't let me allow that, but, and then 10 years ago, I knew absolutely nothing about politics. And as I was learning a little bit about politics, I was told that anybody in an elected office is in that elected office, they're supposed to go with the majority of what their constituents, with their wants, not with what they personally, and which it puts you guys in a hard position at times because that's going against, you know, what you want, but that's what the elected office is. That's how it was explained to me. And, you know, that's one thing that I think, I've only been here through half of it, but I think through what I've seen that, you know, the constituents is wanting Ron's presence. So that's all I've got.
Tom, you remember when I first moved in? I was like 22.
Tom, you gotta come up.
Here we go. Remember when I first moved in? I was 22. And like Ron, doing burnouts in the alley, with my Mustang.
Drag racing on 102.
And yeah, that's First Street drag race. Gotta make sure we get that right. But I don't think we should let him go. You know, the older I got, you know, I'm 30. It's not old, people. It's still young. Okay. But I don't think we should get rid of him. You know, if I was to call to get my vote, I called him, he showed up, made sure everything was printed off, made sure it's right, went to the B&B, perfect. It wasn't calling the sheriff or calling the deputy, paying them $5 each time, because if you read on the form, they can charge you up to $5. Ron didn't, came out, did it for free. I would think about it. You know, normally, whatever you vote's not gonna change. You're a great neighbor. I like you. But just please think about it. Because out of anybody in this town, I've probably given them the most shit or stuff over the years through here. But no, I do appreciate it. Thank you. So if he's gone, it's gonna be First Street drag races. Burnouts everywhere. Well, we're working on the books.
There you are.
I found it.
Gary, again, when I go to market, unlike the rest of people here, we want to know why. And that's it. And most of the people that stood up here want Ron to stay. It's you and you that don't want him to stay.
Or not.
So I think you should rethink. I don't know, are you gonna be the town marshal? I know you work for Rushville. I don't know. Well, you can't have two jobs in the town.
Thank you for coming.
Anybody else got any comments?
No.
Kirsten Hoopengarner, 108 William Street. I'm not opposed to a town marshal. I have a little boy, you know, I think anybody who has little kids can agree, like, it's important, but there are personal reasons as to why I think we should have a new town marshal if we decide to have a marshal. Kind of, you know, just the no trust, needing somebody who doesn't spread lies about people and doesn't, do the way things that he does. My neighbor has been creeping in my house, trying to watch my child, who's 5. He was, you know, let know of that. He didn't care about that. We still didn't hear anything about it. Newcastle police have been called over it. Ron won't touch it. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because it's me, whatever. Like I said, not opposed, but the lies that have been spread about my family, everything like that, and then just he's not here enough. And when he is here enough, he's only worried about the top, the porting. He's not worried about, the little roads that I've seen. But like I said, I'm not against anything. It's just, I don't think there can be trust with that because of things. So.
Anybody else got any comments?
I should probably not.
Pardon?
No, she's.
Are you standing with the termination or?
I couldn't understand what she said.
She wants to know if you're staying. You'll find out when they vote. He will either vote yes or no or abstain or whatever, so.
Can I ask one more question? Do I need to come back?
Yes,
Just real quick. Oh, sorry.
we have to do this all right.
My exercise. I have these candy here.
Gotta get up here where we can hear you.
Can we bring you some candy?
Yeah.
So just in general, it doesn't seem like, am I supposed to say Tom Jerry? Tom Jerry?
No, I got you.
Sorry, I forgot Jesus. 50 hours doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, that's just in general. I mean, if you do vote to get rid of him, he's always been good to me. Like I said, but 50 hours, I mean, how does that, I mean, that's another thing that everybody's kind of complained about is the fact that he's never around. Well, if he's never around, I mean, he's here 50 hours at least, I'm sure. I mean, or I assume that you guys are logging that.
No.
Right? You're not? Okay, so we should be. Somebody should be auditing that. I mean, honestly, I mean, that should be audited. I mean, I have employees, they clock in, they clock out. I mean, so I don't know who's supposed to be doing that, but that should be audited for the next person if you choose to get rid of him. How do you, do we not have enough money to pay for somebody for more hours? I mean, how do you get more hours for somebody?
I'm gonna open my mouth and I probably shouldn't, but.
Probably
but
not, but okay.
You were only, because of the situation, you were only allowed to make so much money, correct?
No, that's just what they offered me.
Well, that's not what we were told.
And he's not an employee either.
Just subcontractor.
Yes.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So can we subcontract for more hours? I guess would be the question. I mean, is that?
That's whatever's in the agreement, the contract. That's whatever's written in theirs,
I need to be more involved, don't I?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, yeah, because I truly don't know. I just mind my own business and go on with life and do whatever you run. Yes, sir. 2 years you can run. I don't live here. I just don't. I can look back, can't I? There you go. There you go. Look back in here. God knows there's been some squatters. Yeah, so, okay, so that's, all right, so, all right. Matt, sorry, what I was supposed to say.
What did you say? We didn't hear you, Tom. It's all right.
You can play it back and.
Any other comments? Well, you guys you want to state your position, why, or?
Only thing I'll say is it's been a long decision, and I know it's not gonna be a popular on my behalf, I can't speak for them. But I just feel like we can do better in their direction, and hopefully we can show you that, if not, it'll be on me.
What is your direction?
You have to come back next month and maybe month after, but I'm working on it.
So you don't have a plan right now?
I have some plans, but I'm not ready to
What's
discuss
the
it.
plans?
I'm not ready to discuss it.
So you're not ready to discuss it to the people, the town people?
We have a meeting every month, you're more welcome to come.
Well, we're here right now.
But we
Like I
have,
said, we have a meeting every month, you're more welcome to come.
Tom, by law, we have to 30-day notice on his contract, so that's why it's being done this month and not next month. And I guess since it's gonna be all on me anyway, I have the same trust factor. Larry Bowen called me and got me out of bed one Sunday morning. Somebody pulled the speed bump up at your house, and you demanded that I get out of bed and come down there and look at it, and you demanded that you wanted a police report made.
I didn't demand that.
You did. And
Okay, we're not gonna
I don't wanna
debate.
argue. I don't wanna argue. You guys asked why, and I'm gonna, now wait a minute. You asked why, and I'm gonna tell you.
I didn't.
Even though I was told I
We did
should.
interrupt you, Larry.
What?
We did not interrupt you.
So I called Ron and asked him,
You lied.
I'm not lying, and you'll be asked to leave. Listen to what I'm telling you. I called him and asked him to come up and write you a police report. He was working, though, you were working in your yard.
Well, I was on the
And
phone.
you
right
told me
at the
to
time.
call, you told us to call the county, which we did.
If it was emergency.
Mike Spade gets a dog that came after him the other day. He was asked to come up and investigate that. He didn't do it. Call the county. You know, if you really are trying to appease me, I would think, and I call you with 2 instances, you'd come up and take care of those.
I did do the report for him. I have pictures of it and everything.
But you told
And I
us to
came up
call
and
the
I talked
county.
to
I don't wanna argue
Mike
with
Spade.
you. I don't wanna argue.
And I talked to the dog.
People ask me, I have other reasons, but,
Can I ask?
and I also tell you something else. Before Tim and I got elected, he had a 1-year contract. We get elected, the last board gave him a 2-year contract. Can't tell him what to do, can't set his hours, can't do any of this stuff. So there's no way I would renew that contract. I think instead of being here at nighttime, he needs to be here when the school buses are running.
Which I did.
I've seen it a lot during the school
Uh,
classes, but.
We're
No,
going
I'm
back
not
to
gonna
the
do
rules.
this. I'm done.
I got one more comment. Wait a minute, one at a time.
Yes, sir. I just-
Tom, but Tom was up first. Tom was up first.
Mine is just real simple. You just assured us, I have to have faith in you guys. That's, you know, I've minded my own business for lots of years. And all I want to know is you'll make sure that, I mean, if you choose to get rid of Ron, you'll make sure that we have someone. That's, and it doesn't sound like there's a solid plan. And it's just one of those things where, I mean, I've invested a lot of time and effort, 35 years into, you know, and I just want to make sure that, I mean, there is a plan forward to have someone that's solid. That's, I mean, and if not, and I don't know how any of this works, honestly, so I apologize. Can there be an extension? You know, a month extension or, you know, something just to make sure that the town does have some type of presence. Is that work that way?
There will be a presence.
There will, yes, sir. That's all I care. Thank you.
Can I say something to give everybody a little clarity of why some of these
Come up here,
things
Heather.
are going on, like why the trust has been broken? And can I do that or do I talk to you guys?
You talked to,
I
They
think
need to
we went
talk.
over it the last meeting I was at, but there wasn't a lot of people here. You know why. I got a call from the Henry County Sheriff's Department.
Heather,
Heather,
address them.
That my personal information had been accessed by Ron Reserves multiple times, and they asked me why they would be doing that. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not a criminal. But then my daughter went through something very traumatic when she was in high school. He accessed that file, some domestic violence files from when I was 20 years old. Accessed those files, looked at those pictures, which I've never even seen. So to have officers from the county contact me, asking me why, both of my daughters were being looked into, me and my husband, my dad and brother, which is where it all stems from, for whatever reason, I don't know, I don't care. But I do care when it comes to my children. I do care when my daughter is being followed from this stoplight all the way up to 300, and then he decides to pull her over just to chit chat. That's a waste of our money. That's a waste of our gas, a waste of his time when he could be down here doing his damn job.
Okay.
There was very sensitive information in there. My information was public. My daughter's was not. Anybody here with a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, when they go through something like that, they're embarrassed. It's traumatic. And then your wife, his wife contacted my daughter took her out for a pedicure and a manicure, which is all, I'm just trying to get them clarity. They think everybody's attacking Ron.
Please go sit down.
We have a reason, you know.
Please go sit down.
I just want everybody to know why.
Please go sit down.
Yeah, when we do it for child sexual assault, please shut up. No, I'm not. My child was.
She needs to go. She needs to go. It's good language. She needs to go. You're not even following your own rules.
She's there.
Yes.
Heather,
Yes. I'm just doing my jacket.
Well, you guys have stated your positions, why you don't.
well, I have.
I have no problem with Ron. I'm glad he's here. He has been a significant help to the town. The equipment that we've got is from his persistence in getting grants. The car we got, he has went and got the reserve cars that we had. They got those donated from other police departments. Excuse me. And the reserves, when they were here, they helped him a lot. They were very good at it. He's screened them. We interviewed all the applicants that he brought for reserves. The board approved them. There were some we didn't approve, but that was part of the process. But that Ron, I think, has been a tremendous asset to the town. He's helped me. My wife, she called one night when I was on the way home from work, and he helped remedy a situation and diffuse that before I got home. So I've never known him personally to lie to me about anything or lie about anybody or to gossip or spread rumors about anybody. He's been very reluctant to share any kind of personal information about any investigation that he had going on. I get the feeling he really loves this job. He loves being a police officer. He is very knowledgeable in the laws and stuff. I don't know how many meetings he sat here and looked up different state statutes and stuff and give us some clarification on what was state law, what was acceptable, what wasn't. Even with the attorney sitting right there, and the attorney 9 times out of 10 would agree, yeah, that's right. That's the way it is. So it's not like he takes his job lightly. It's not a 1 or 2 day a week job to him, and he's off doing something else. He has been very dedicated the time that I've been around him. So I will not vote to terminate his contract today or any day, unless he does something drastic to change my opinion of him, which I don't see that happening.
You have a motion before you.
Yeah. So I guess now
You have to,
at the time to vote. So all those, well, wait, before we do that, I would like to make one other suggestion. I know that it's been expressed to me just in the last few days, have issues with the contract. What would it hurt if we gave him a 3-month extension so that we had time to have meetings, which has to be public? We can address those concerns and see if we can't arrive at an acceptable contract with him. I think that would only be just given his length of service here and the things that he's done for us. It's not required, but I don't think that would hurt a thing. I think it would be very beneficial. Yes, we probably should have started it 3 or 4 months ago, but we didn't. We've got to go on from here. But I would be in favor of giving him at least a 3-month contract so that we've got time, we can have meetings, we can try to come to a better contract, one that is agreeable to everybody, and go from there. At the end of that, we can't do it, we can't do it. But I think we owe him that much.
Then you could have something else in place if you decide that Ron's not right. Because I think that's what most of the citizens are concerned with here.
Yeah.
If you terminate Ron's contract, where's that leave us?
Create a vacuum, and something's going to move in.
Okay,
And see, that's London Road. I could go on. I hate to keep dragging this out, but one of the benefits of Ron being down here and running radar on 40, every ticket that he wrote, the town got $4 back. The county comes down here and runs it and writes the ticket, we don't get anything. The county gets it. Or the state gets it. Jan just told me the other day, in the last year, that was $500. And we know how much he's been here in the last year. When he had reserves, they were down here running radar a lot more. Which, a lot more tickets, and that $4 a ticket doesn't sound like much. But we all know how much traffic goes through here and how fast they go through. So that is something to be considered.
we still have a motion on the floor. I'm sorry.
Yep. So, it's his time to vote. Should we vote on an extension or just terminate? The only one that's on the floor is
Motion on
terminate.
the floor is not to renew his contract.
Okay,
I couldn't hear, sorry.
been moved and seconded that we terminate Ron's contract December 31st of 2025. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. No.
So there was no, so we didn't allow for a extension?
Nope. Terminated it. Like they terminated his reserves. I'm just as disappointed as you are.
Are you gonna give him, we need to also decide, because about, when he can return his stuff and when his last day and stuff, so. You, so he can work until December 31st? Is that what you're saying?
I would just put whatever day you're gonna be in the office, and we'll make it that day, you still got paid.
Well, yeah, but, okay.
So we're gonna terminate him on DUI day?
DUI.
So,
I mean, everybody's
Oh,
gonna be drinking and
I
driving.
understand.
January.
So, here, I'll put
It's gonna be First Street drag racing. Burn out, just let me know.
okay,
man.
December, no, we're gonna decide here now.
Make your motion December 4th, he turns everything in, you may,
Motion's been made. Excuse us, we're still in a meeting. Give me the gavel, I'm gonna do it.
Let's go throw it up here. Motion.
Stop.
Second, Jan.
Like you're right.
By December the 4th,
Should be-
to have his
December 4th?
4th.
Okay, second.
It's been moved and seconded to give Ron till December 4th to get his equipment and everything out of the car. Turn the car back in.
And out of his office too,
Pardon?
out of his office too upstairs.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. So, motion passes. So you've got December 4th, we need all the equipment turned back in.
Roger that.
Anything else need to come before the board?
The letter from Greensport,
Yes, we have it.
Yeah, she did. Well, I saw your.
just making sure you had.
That list of things that go back to Greensport. And so I did have a question, Ron. So on that list, I don't know what I did with mine. I must have gave it out to everybody.
I didn't see it.
I didn't have a copy, I just had it.
So when you got that grant money, there was the mobile, radar.
That's in my car.
So we have another one then, we have two of them?
We had one originally that we borrowed from them. We put it
Okay,
in the reserve car, and
Okay.
then the new grant stuff is in my car.
okay.
So,
And the two radios and,
right.
okay. That's the only question I had. So,
Is that what this is?
yes, and,
It's saying we gotta return this stuff?
no, that's the stuff that was from the grant. This isn't, I don't think it's in
Well, then he
here.
gets
No,
to-
it's with his report.
And then he gets to take what's on his bottom.
Yes, yes. And then on his report, he had given us a list of things that go back to Greensport. And he's already returned a lot of those things because since we don't have reserves,
Send that a text.
it's right
It
here.
is, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get it back to him.
Yeah, he's already given, it says there when he gave them back and when he's going to give them back. So,
And then will we have a list of what you're taking with you?
Sure.
he has an inventory list. I need that one back that I gave you with the paper clip, please. Thank you. Are we done with the meeting adjourned? or-
Anything else need to come for the board?
Yeah,
Adjourn.
I propose we add 2 more board members in the next election. I think we need 5 people. Siphon's got 5 people, and I think we need to add 2 more.
It's on population, and if there's a process to do that. And if you have,
I already checked into that.
yeah, okay.
We're out 5 people. I think we should go to 5 people. 3 people give them the decision. I've been here 28 years. 3 people give them the decision. I don't think it's enough. I think we should go to 5 people. And I think a lot of people here will agree to that. We need more people, 5 people to be on the town board.
Look, I know there's a statute, I'll look at it.
I looked at it today.
Okay, but that's not me looking at it. We'll see what we need to do, because there's a process you have to go through to do it.
Yeah, I know that.
But I want to clarify one thing. You talked about your curb.
Yeah.
You told the contractor that we sent down there, you didn't want us touching anything.
Contractor, I didn't see no contractor.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Okay, well, you talked to somebody at your house.
Wasn't me.
All right. Have a motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
and move and second, we adjourn. All those in favor, say by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion adjourned, meeting adjourned.
Remind me to check and see what you have to do to make a five-member board. I know Susan, what's his name over there?
Okay, yeah, we need to sign stuff. That one and that one.
See,
And just do that another time. You want to sign it?
Hey, hang on, Miss-
Oh, yes, I gotta shut it off. Hang on.
Hey, I want you to put that, well,